I think I got a little carried away. Sorry, your kind just does that to me. What did you say you were here for? Oh, right. Your friend. Guess you probably mean the guy I snacked on. I think I dropped what's left of him right around... There he is. Is he your friend? That pile of meat on the ground? No one else has bothered looking for him. He looks starved half to death, but still looks better than you. Take a good look. You're about to end up just like him.
Wait, brother!
Oh, Rui. What are you doing here?
Let the human go!
Seriously? The hell are you talking about?
Have you not fed enough this week? There's no need to...
No pun intended, sis. You suck sometimes. After all that, you want me to just let him go?
Regardless of all that, the human is...
He's what? Back on his feet? About to run off? Oh, that's cute. He's still trying to save his friend. Humans are worthless. Eat shit!
Brother!
Oof, that had to hurt. You know, you could have just ditched your friend and saved yourself. Well, you're not gonna fill me up now. You people are so damn fragile, you know that?
No!
This is why I hate kids. I'm taking off. Lay those two together so it looks like they hate each other. Man, Akihaba's getting rough these days, isn't it? Later.
Forgive me. This is my fault. Just when you're still alive. Humans die so easily. But we... Right. Is there a sharp object about? I suppose I'll need to bite my own lip.
Those guys on Pitter were telling the truth. We want to check out this back alley.
You think we can trust them?
Probably. All our info's pointing right to this area.
You never should have let him go off ahead.
He'll be fine. It's a little rougher now than it was around here, but it's still Akihabara. It's like our own backyard.
Still, walking down the street this late at night, looking for his friend who disappeared the same way?
That is playing with fire, isn't it?
Well, that's why us Akiba freedom fighters are on the case.
Ah!
This is all I can do. A poor apology, I know.
On the ground there. Is that? Who was she? We have bigger priorities. Oh my, he's a mess. All this blood. Wait, there's blood, but no wounds.
He has marks, but they're healing. Don't tell me he...
Oh, the other guy's down too. Damn, this one's real bad.
We've got to call the paramedics.
No need.
Huh?
Who's there?
We'll take him.
So, is he up yet?
He just woke up, yes.
And the results?
We haven't had time for a full test, but the results we do have are clear. He's become a shadow soul. We're seeing significant changes in him already. His wounds are all healed, for one thing.
As expected from that particular bloodline. Unsettling. Sounds like we have some more tests to run. Let me take a look at him first. I see. This is definitely not normal. Hey, now, take it easy. Let's just have a little talk. My name is Ryuji Sejima, part of an organization called Nairo. Want to tell them why we're called that?
National Intelligence and Research Organization. NIRA is the English acronym.
Exactly. That's how we got the name.
Mr. Sejima.
But enough about that. This is Satoko Mido, by the way. My right hand. The public doesn't know we exist. We take on special classified missions to protect Japan. Now then, let me make one thing clear first. None of this is normal. You might have already guessed that much, but regardless, the point is, your body is changing right now. Let me spell it out in detail. Or would you rather get straight down to business? I'd rather make sure you understand everything first, but I'll leave it up to you. All right. Last night, Ms. Mido was tracking a certain man when you happened to arrive on the scene. Do you remember the Back Alley? Do you remember when he attacked you? Your injuries were quite severe. Ms. Mido tells me you were close to death, at least at first. After you were injured, a certain girl forced you to drink her blood. A very special kind of blood, capable of changing a human body at the cellular level. The subject can develop remarkable strength and abilities at a certain cost. Because of the blood she shared with you, you yourself have gained those abilities. Your wounds are all healed, for one. That is a blank, uncomprehending stare if I ever saw one. All right. Let me ask you this. Have you heard the rumors spreading around Akihabara? Essentially, yes. More than one of them, in fact. Including the ones you just ran into. You wouldn't be far off if you called them monsters. To be more accurate, they're a separate species, resembling humanity and dating back to ancient Japan. They're known as Shadow Souls. They draw their sustenance from human blood. And that's not the worst part. When a mosquito sucks blood, it injects the host with its own fluid, too. These creatures do the same thing. A mosquito bite might cause a little itch, but one of these bites will leave you feeling drained and feeble. More than that, you'll become extremely sensitive to sunlight. Do you understand what this means? Simply put, the victim is forced to become a shut-in. Even after physical recovery, they sit at home marking time, while the rest of the world passes them by. Given the state of Japan, it won't be easy to bring them back into society, especially young, inexperienced people. The creatures aren't just feeding on blood. They're sucking the life force out of this country day by day. They even have a name for it, if you can believe it. The Shut-In Project. They target specific young people with the potential to be our future leaders and turn them into hopeless shut-ins. And once they've drained our talent, they send their own children to fill the gaps in society. Bit by bit, the shadow souls are taking our place. They also live a lot longer than we do. That's how they have the patience for the long game. By any measure, they're an existential threat. So that's where we come in. We keep the shadow soul's existence a secret to avoid causing panic. And we fight a secret war every day for the sake of Japan and humanity. Name aside, we do more than intelligence and research. We're fully combat capable. Not with firearms, mind you. Too loud. Our methods are much more subtle. We can even make a body disappear. But, as I may have mentioned, these creatures are physically challenging. Even our methods aren't always enough. Which brings me to the question I wanted to ask. For whatever reason, that Shadow Soul girl shared her blood with you. You've become a Shadow Soul yourself. Maybe temporarily, maybe not. And you've got the power that comes with that. Our resources are strained these days, to say the least. Your power could help us turn the tide. Will you work with Nairo and help us protect Akihabara from the monsters who attack you? Not for free, of course. We'll compensate you fairly. How about it? If I didn't make it clear enough, that Shadow Soul blood she put in you makes you dangerous. Of course we took precautions. You're not doing anyone any favors by resisting. Especially since we're on a tight schedule. Shadow Souls have a weakness. Something they've always hated, ever since the olden days. Sunlight. Not just UV rays, but if direct sunlight hits a Shadow Soul, right in the exposed skin, they turn to dust. It's the only way to put them down. Even Ms. Mito here, she's a hell of a fighter. But without sunlight, can't do it.
That's why we never fight them at night, if we can help it. And it's also why we couldn't save you in the alley. For that, you have my apologies.
Point is, you're a hazard right now. Hope you understand. All that said, let me ask again. Would you help us? Keeping in mind that if we can't get along, we'll have to consider alternatives. Now, what'll it be?
Let me say something else. What happened to your friend is happening to other people like him every night. We've been keeping the reports away from the public, but there's been a significant number of victims. So please, you can help us put a stop to it. Excuse me? My measurements? Why would you You're joking, right? Asking me now? Here?
He does seem pretty serious. How does this country have such a low birth rate when we've got guys like him running around?
Are you actually thinking about this?
Hey, it's your call.
You want me to tell him? In front of you.
Well, it's not like he's asking you to strip down.
If I answer your question, will you commit to signing on with us?
You heard him.
If it's for the mission, fine. From the top. 34, 23, 35. There! Is that good? Are you happy now?
Very well. Ms. Mito, take off his restraints. Well, glad that worked out. That window faces east, and it's almost sunrise. If you'd said no, we'd have left you here till morning. Wouldn't have been anything left of you. Can't have loose ends running around. Now then, your first assignment is to go home. I'll have Ms. Mito meet you in town tomorrow. We'll also be bringing those Akiba freedom fighters into the fold. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day. Just get a good rest for now. Oh, and don't wear anything too revealing from now on. Your face and hands can recover from sunlight quickly, so don't worry about that. But if you're caught outside naked, the sun will destroy you. Be careful. What are you talking about?
Pardon me, I left that detail out of the report. To give him the blood, the shadow soul called Rui Fumizuki cut her lip and performed mouth-to-mouth.
Now that's romantic. That girl is the youngest sibling of a high-ranking shadow soul family. Keep working with us, and you'll see her again. But when you do, well, you can guess.